when we got LEAP started, and we started talking about it in about 1998, that was the year I left OSPI. We really got underway in about 2000. And we didn't have any money, and we didn't have any roadmap for it. It began with a meeting that I had called over at El Centro de la Raza. Roberto and maybe 6 or 8 others were there, including the president of Skagit Valley College, who was Dr. Lidia Ledesma Reese. And so I called them together, and I showed them the data that I had seen. And one piece was the academic achievement of Latino students. And so I told them this. On the last year's state assessments, the results that came out, in reading, language arts, math, and science, in 4th, 7th, and 11th grade tests, Latino scored last in all of those. In every single age range, or in every single grade level that was tested, and in every academic subject area that was tested, Latino scored last except for 11th grade science, and then we scored second to the last. So I gave them that data, and I remember saying, so, I think we have 2 options here. And one of them is that we could accept as fact that Latino children are less intelligent than all other kids. Because I said, I've got the data right here that suggests that. Last in everything, except second to last, and second to the last in 11th grade science. And I looked earlier at some data, and it shows virtually the same thing. Last, no higher than next to last. So one option that we have is to just simply accept that Latino children are less intelligent than all others. Because if we're willing to do that, then we don't have to really do anything today or tomorrow or ever, because this is the way it is, and this is the way it always will be. This is the way it's meant to be, right? So we can all go out and golf or go bowling or do whatever we're going to do, right? And we don't have to deal with this issue. But in truth, I said that I know better. That's not really an option that any of us here are going to be willing to accept, right? So that means, what do we do? And I didn't have any real answers for that. I just said, maybe we need an organization to begin dealing with this, to begin talking about it, and using our collective. We don't have any money, and we can't wait for Bill Gates to come into the room and save ourselves from ourselves. We've got all of us here. Here's a college president over here, and here's a high school principal over here, or an elementary school principal that was in the room, and Roberto, and and a few others, and we can begin using our collective experience and take the time that we need, because nobody's going to get paid, at least till we can find a way to raise some money, and so let's just begin doing it. And so, that led to the formation of LEAP. I didn't have a name figured out. I just said, let's come back and meet again, and we'll talk about what we can do. And and I had proposed the Latino Educational Achievement Project, and LEAP. And that I like that, because LEAP, that's a positive. That's moving forward, right? So that's how it started, is with that meeting at El Centro. And